Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm your Captain Gun and friend, Dalton Rellinger. Welcome back to Sailwind, the Kakam only challenge. In the previous episode, we came here to Gold Rock City after crossing the wide open ocean between the Emerald Archipelago and Alonk. In this episode, we're going to try and hit up most of these towns that make up the Alonk region. Try and finish up here at the Alonk Academy, or maybe even Oasis. We shall flipping see how that goes. Also, in the previous episode, we went ahead and we upgraded the ship a little bit. I have already got the cargo loaded up. We are taking green tobacco, and a few missions to Albacore Town, and I also have the Alchemist Island loaded up, just in case we don't run into a mission that takes us there whenever we get to Albacore Town. So, without further ado, let's hop on into the boat and be on our way. The wind is blowing more or less in the right direction that we need it to go. Alright. Just try and push the boat a little bit so it can catch some wind. Surely that. Yeah, that should be enough. I've also gone ahead and kind of rearranged the boat a little bit. I bought a chair so I can actually have a place to sit now. Actually not bad. It's actually not a bad screenshot right there. I bought a spyglass so we can see islands off in the distance. I bought a little gadget that allows you to gauge your speed. I bought a sun compass. And yeah, we should be more or less ready for the wide open ocean once we start heading up to the Eastern region. The only real downside with this... Oh yeah, I also bought some I also bought some candles. Another lantern. So visibility should not be a problem at nighttime at all whatsoever anymore. Swing this out as wide as it can go. And do the same with you. Let's get some use out of these lanterns, shall we? Oh, I don't like that though. I'm not enjoying that. We shall have no floating shenanigans on this boat. No shenanigans like that at all. So as I'm recording this, I'm uploading the previous episode. I'm recording this on Sunday, but this video will probably come out... It can't really come out tomorrow because that's... Next week is for Motor Time Behind the Wheel. And I think for like the final week of every month, I'm going to just kind of take some time off just to avoid getting burnt out, or maybe even just record a bunch of videos without having to feel the pressure of, you know, releasing them and everything. We shall see. I think it might be time to go ahead and release the cutter. A little bit of extra speed. Now that I have these candles, I can actually let the candles burn without worrying about running out of fuel. Alright, let's get the spyglass and see if we can spot our destination out there in the distance. It's going to be harder now because it's night. Is that something over there? I thought I saw the outline of something over there in the distance, but I don't think that's in the right general direction. It might be the Alchemist Island. Let's just check our course real quick. Oh, no, we're going too far north here. We have to be going a bit further south. Like that. Put the compass there. Try and get a designated area for all my navigational tools. See, so now that I've done that, let's bring this back a little bit, and we can also bring the cutter in as well as the Genoa. There we go. I think I'll actually slow down a little bit. And I'll just wait until morning to start scanning the horizon, because it's going to be hard to spot the islands out here at night. These islands in this region are very tiny in comparison to the others. So on that note, I shall see you guys in the morning. After I get a drink. And a little bite to eat. Uh-oh. Oh no. We have a storm. Just reel everything up. Okay. Turn on the lanterns. Right, do we know where we are currently? I see absolutely nothing. I might have slept past our destination. It's kinda hard to tell. Oh yeah, I think I definitely slept past it. I just saw the outline of Gold Rock City back there. The sun's starting to come up. Let's barrel of rum. Yeah, well, it's raining. I might as well, you know, get some use out of it. Oh no! Okay, it didn't turn out to be quite as bad as I was expecting it to be. Alright, I don't think we really need the lanterns anymore. I believe that's Gold Rock City over there. Yeah, it's too big to be anything else. So I think I just saw our destination up there. I already have the whatchamadoodle in my pocket. Yeah, I think that's our destination right there. I am going to start aiming for that island over there. I'm not going to raise up the gaff sail. Until the wind dies down. But naturally, would you believe the wind is blowing from the direction that we need to go? Nah, I feel a sneeze coming on. Whoa. At least we didn't get caught in the middle of it. That would have been a problem. It'd be nice if the wind would die down so I could actually make the turn. Woo! That was a big wave. In fact, I wonder if I would maybe have some better luck with the cutter here. Only one way to find out. Yeah, the wind is blowing exactly from the direction that I need to go. Well, you know what? Let's try and get some speed built up here. I have lost sight of the island. There it is. Of course, of course, of course, of course. I'm going to try and have the wind push me back a little bit so I can get a better angle. I think this might be fine. Or maybe not. Freaking wind. There. It seems like the only time you ever really have the wind on your side is whenever you're going across the ocean. And sometimes even then, it's rare. Let's see here. I'm trying to get past the island to a point to where I can actually turn towards it and still have the wind kind of blowing from my side. I haven't really been talking too much. I've been kind of trying to build up a strategy here. Out of curiosity. Okay, yeah. Kind of a waste, but I just wanted to test something out. Really wish there was like a flag I could put up top, on top of the mast, so I could actually, see what direction the wind is blowing. I think I might actually have a good enough angle now. Alright, so I'm going to try and build up some speed. And then, admittedly, I might try doing it like this. This might not work, it might work wonderfully, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Might actually have better luck with the cutter. Alright. Let's test this out. Come on. No, this thing doesn't like to turn too well, does it? Oh, come on, seriously. I don't have time for this. And somehow that was grabbed. I might have to do a bit more work on this thing after all, because it does not like to turn into the wind. What is going on with that stupid camera? Probably a bug or something flying in front of the doorbell or whatever. Whatever it is, it's starting to get annoying. Please, please, please. You should definitely be catching wind. There we go. Well, it only took like half an hour, but we're finally going to be approaching into Albacore Town. That storm kind of messed things up a little bit. How are we doing for time, by the way? It's due in 2 days. That's due in 2 days. Okay, we're fine. What is that? No idea. Let's get a bit more speed so we can pull on into port. Have you caught anything? Somehow you have not caught anything. It's kind of strange. Yeah, we're getting tired. And I don't think Albacore Town has an inn, so we're going to be sleeping in the boat. Very pretty. Graphics are very simple, but also very pretty. Out of curiosity, how fast are we actually going? Probably averaging about 5 knots. Oh, come on. Don't be like this, please. Thank you. I think I'm going to crash into the land here if I continue on this course. I probably didn't have to make that sharp of a turn, but... Can I make it to port before I have to go to sleep? I guess we will find out. Let's turn on the lantern so you guys can see what's going on. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. I'm trying to make it to port. I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I might have to just accept the fact I'm going to be sleeping in the boat. I might. Why does it seem like we are going so slow? Oh, we caught a fish. Don't know how long you've been back there. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. I think we're gonna make it. Let's raise up the Genoa sail and angle in. All right. Let's turn off the lanterns and go to sleep. I said let's turn off the lanterns and go to sleep. There we go. All right. I will show this off for anybody who just happens to be new. Whenever you're moored at a dock, you actually sleep really quickly. Though you occasionally do wake up throughout the night. No, no, no. I'm going to get a full night's sleep. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and hire the cart. Pick you up. Pick you up. You. We might actually turn out to be a little bit late with the load going to Alchemist Island, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, and boop, boop, boop. Awesome. If I wanted to, I could probably actually go back to Gold Rock City and purchase a chronometer, but I don't know if I will or not. Is the only source of water you guys have just a barrel and the peeping Tom? Alright, you know what? Fine. Whew! Right, I'm actually going to put that there. Anything going to Alchemist Island that's worth taking? I mean, seafood pays a pretty decent amount. I think I might be taking some seafood. Silk? Nah. Lamb? Nah. Spices? No. Alright, yep. Seafood it is. Bop, 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 bop. You know what? Screw it. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. So you know what? What I'll do is I'll do... that's not gonna work. Dang it. I have to have things looking nice. It's just a thing. It's an OCD thing. This thing has, like, no room. Doot, 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 doot. Put you there, and then put you... There's really no way of doing this and making things still look nice, so... Alright, let's just be on our way to the Alchemist Island. We go. I might have way too much weight up there at the front. Oops. I wasn't expecting the seafood to actually weigh that much. Alright. There we go. I can finally eat. Okay. Let's raise up the gaff sail. Let's try and get a little bit of weight off the front up there. If we can. That sound is very annoying with the sails flapping in the wind. It drives me nuts. In fact, I'm just going to turn down my sound because, yeah, I don't want to have to hear that. It drives me crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and release the cutter. Alright, where are we heading to now? Oh, that's another ship out there. Okay. Oh, boy. I'm gonna have to do some sorting whenever we get to the Alchemist Island, because this is getting to be a bit much. Let's see here, so... We are heading south, but we want to be heading southwest. Do I have... Yes. This is what I mean whenever I see these islands are just so tiny. Let's see here. So the wind's going to be blowing pretty much from the southwest, which once again is the direction I need to be going in. It's like this game just knows. It knows the direction you need to be going. It's like, oh, I'm going to have the wind blowing from that direction. Actually, I'm going to switch places here. These islands are so tiny. I can't even see the Alchemist Island with my spyglass. No, 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 no. That would have been bad. Wait, I think I might... Is that the island, or is that just a speck on my screen? I think that's just a speck on my screen. I don't know why I keep doing that. I guess just out of habit. Muscle memory. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and turn... Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna turn with the wind. And then start traveling to the west. Because clearly this thing doesn't like to turn into the wind, so let's try it with the wind. That's much better. Though I do need to loosen up the sails. Alright. You guys go there. You can go there. Alright. bare minimum, I should now be able to spot the Alchemist Island to the south. Whenever we finally get in visual range. This is such a cool scene right here. Give me just a second here. Apologies for that. I had to take a few screenshots for a potential thumbnail. I see nothing sticking out of the land so far, or out of the land? Out of the ocean so far, so... Yeah, Albacore Town is kind of a ways away from the rest of the islands. And the Alchemist Island is not a small island either. It's pretty decent sized. Alright, well, you know what? To save on a bit of time, I will meet you guys whenever I finally see Albacore... not Albacore Town, good grief. The Alchemist Island in the distance. Land Ho, I believe. Let's turn on the lantern so you guys can see. Yeah, right over there, I believe, is the Alchemist Island. So let's get the sails raised up. This may or may not be where I cut the video, I don't know yet. It is currently past noon as I'm recording this, and I started at like 10:30 or so. I don't know, it wouldn't be 10:30, it would have been like around 11 because I didn't really cut anything out. And I'm getting kind of annoyed with OBS because I uploaded the next video of Oblivion, and come to find out the audio doesn't work because OBS has a habit of just disabling my microphone out of nowhere without any kind of warning at all whatsoever, so I just assume it's hooked up, and then, lo and behold, it is not. Hardly anybody watches Oblivion anyway, so I don't know if it really matters in the end. The Alchemist Island... Sometimes I forget this island even exists, because of all the years I've played this game, this is probably the island I've come to the least. Just because there's really not much here. Like, you can get some energy elixirs, and that's really about it. At least whenever we get to this island, we'll be unloading pretty much everything. So we'll have a lot more room all of a sudden. And a lot less weight. I think the sun's coming up, so let's go ahead and turn off the lanterns. Yep. In case anybody is wondering, by the way, this rum is going to be drank whenever we go across the ocean for the Astron region. Rum makes you get tired a lot faster, so I'll be able to sleep through a lot of the journey. Which means we'll get there a little bit faster. Let's see. Could go to the old Ankh town and cut the video there, or just cut it here, then we'll save the rest of this nonsense for the next video. Because the video is over an hour now. But I know some people like the longer video. I don't know. Could just order DoorDash and eat lunch that way, I guess. DoorDash is so expensive. Whenever we get here, I'll look and see how much I have in my bank account, see if I can spare anything. Oh, looky there, you can just kind of see Albacore Town just poking its little rock over the horizon. Well, you could there for a split second. Now I think the sun is kind of eating it away. Actually. Yeah, I saw it for like a split second. Now it's gone. Well. That's going to be old Ankh Town right over there. At least from here on out, I believe the island should be pretty easy to spot. Because we're going to go from here over to Old Ankh Town. Lion's Fang has nothing of interest, so we'll just skip past it. We'll head over to Neverden. Then Isle of Clear Mind is another barren island, so we'll skip past it. We'll head up to Al Nilam and head up to the Al Ankh Academy. And after that, we'll head up to Oasis and Mirage Mountain. Which I have been to. While playing the next series that we're going to do, I'm trying to get a head start so the sailor has like all the tools and everything he needs. Mirage Island is, or Mirage Mountain is, it's an interesting place. I don't want to try going there in a larger ship, though. It might be okay in the junk or maybe even the sandbuck, but the brig? Absolutely not. And I don't know how well the handling is on the other big ship, because I've never had it. But next series, we will definitely be buying it. In fact, I think we might be buying all the ships in that series, because that series is just going to be about just getting rich. Like, stupid rich. And we might actually be keeping that save file for a while. You know what? I am going to do some ziggy-zaggies here. Go and just reel up the cutter. I think we're probably going to be fine to make this turn now. Okay. Let's lower this down. You know, imagine doing this game back in the old days of YouTube, whenever you could only upload like maybe 10 minutes per video. That would be an interesting experience. You'd either have to do a lot of editing, or there'd be a lot of videos of just looking at nothing but wide open ocean. Sometimes I kind of miss those days, though. Sometimes I really do miss those days. It's one of the first YouTubers I ever watched was Nintendo Capri's son, who is still uploading videos to this day, but his fan base is pretty much... He still has like around 400,000 subscribers, but his videos only get like maybe a couple thousand views each. So he's not nearly the king that he once was, but I don't think he really cares that much. I think he just uploads to have fun, which is really the best way to do it. That's pretty much what I do. Is there seriously not a cart here? I have to run all this stuff up here manually? What are you doing to me? Well, we got the mission done at least. Oh, whoa. That's what I wanted to do right there. There we go. We're fully up on the survival meters now. This is gonna take a minute. Oh no! Gonna pull you in a little bit closer if you're gonna be like that. This is just fishing hooks, I believe. Yeah. Same type of box, just different type of cargo. Although, I am tempted to... sell one of those crates just to make a bit more room. Alright, now begins the real fun part of just dragging all these things up here. I will see you guys in a moment. Right, I believe this is the last one. Jeez! So these guys, like these two people, will have like a year's worth of seafood all of a sudden. Because this is all that's here, by the way, is just this guy who sells the energy elixirs and the snake oil, and this guy. Unless there's something that I'm completely missing. Which, to be fair, there might be something that I'm completely missing. But not as far as I can see. Alright, let's sell all this nonsense. Seafood! Bung, 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 bung. 4,100. That is insane. Could take some rum. All this is going to Old Ankh Town. The game really wants me to go to Old Ankh Town, doesn't it? Beer. What do you guys have for trade? Oh, wow. Lots of beer. Tuna sells for a decent amount. So does beer. Rum really sells. Ooh, rum runner. I've had that idea for a while. Spathed. Sounds alright. Medicine. Books. Oh my god, and I could actually take some books if I wanted to, though they're quite heavy. I'm getting very hungry. Oh wow. Cena really wants books. So does Ona. Alright, Old Ankh Town, 48, 52. I think I'll take some rum to Old Ankh Town. I don't get to transport liquid that much, because it usually doesn't pay that much, but this time I actually get a chance to be an actual rum runner. Well, lottie flippin' da. I'm actually going to move you back here, just so you're away from the cargo. That's fine. Alright, everything is loaded up. I'll go over to All Ankh Town, why not? It's just right over there. Add a bit more time to the video anyway. Let's see here. Let's lift up the gaff sail. my god, will you just get out of the... There. Alright, we are going over there. Can I actually... I can. So you're not completely full. Which means just to get rid of a bit more room, or save a bit more room, I can just sell this whenever we get to the island. Alternatively... Can I put you back here again? Yes. You know what? I bought this chair. I might as well sit in it for a little bit. Actually, I'll move this a bit closer up to the steering wheel, or the helm. Excuse me, not steering wheel, the helm. So I can actually steer and sit at the same time. So this island up here is actually pretty cool. This is one of the newer islands in the game. The town is like engraved into the mountain up here. Or carved, not engraved, but carved into the mountain. But hopefully they have a freaking wagon that I can hire. Not have to do everything manually again. Oh man, weren't those the fun days? Having to like carry everything from the boat to the dock or vice versa. Just one thing at a time. It would literally take forever to load up your boat. Especially if you had a larger load like in the sandbuck or the brig. But don't worry, folks. I have your rum. We are coming in hot. Do I have my phone on me? I do not. You know what? I will be right back. I'm gonna go get my phone. I am back. Um, right, so navigating into the town is kind of a tricky proposal. This is another one of those areas I don't know how well it's going to handle some of the bigger ships. Oops. This would be a nightmare to navigate in if you didn't have third person. I'm going to raise up the cutter. Whoa. Easy on. Let's try and bleed off some of that speed. Woo! A little close for comfort. All right. Grab you. Yeah, this is going to be one of those areas that's going to be very interesting to get into with the bigger boats. Especially considering you have to make this really sharp turn up here to the left. Right. Where's the cart? There's the cart. Huge delivery of rum. Making Captain Jack Sparrow extremely happy. Yeah, they actually pulled a prank on Johnny Depp whenever they were filming the third movie. There's a scene where he's talking to Lord Beckett, and he's taking a drink from from one of the cups, and instead of it being water, some of the crew actually put like legitimate rum into the glass, and it completely caught Depp off guard. It was pretty funny. 4,400. Good grief. Alright, well. Let's take a little look-see at this town, and then I think I'll call it a video, because it's gone on long enough. There is an inn up here. You can tell because of the green flags. Yeah, I really like this. This is a really cool addition to the game. I do approve of this town. It's really cool. Coffee. That's nothing. The inn. Lovely. I think there's even more back here. Somewhere. Yeah, there's like an actual... You know, I'm gonna have some lamb. Just because, why not? Oh, man. Look at that view. Also, what is that? There's like remnants of what used to be another town or something. But that's clearly a foundation down there. Well, if there's two foundations, then... Huh. Another foundation? There's foundations all over the place. What happened here? Did like a massive tsunami come in and just destroy everything? I mean, it would struggle to hurt this up here because it's carved into the mountain. But man, that's just insane. I hadn't noticed that whenever I came here before. So you got all these ruins, all these sites. That's kind of haunting, really. And you got this over here. Actually, I think that's just a warning post saying that the water is shallow. Yeah. Oh, there's a little waterfall. And there's several waterfalls. Oh, no. Well, fall damage isn't a thing in the game, so we're fine, but still. Oh, I see. It's supposed to just be one waterfall, but it kind of cuts through the rocks a bit. Which is a bit of a shame, but it would be a very nice detail. I'm going to climb back up here and go to the inn. And I think this is going to be where I call it a video, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, because I do upload quite frequently. And until next time, guys, God bless, take care of yourselves, I will see you in the next video. Until then, this is your captain, signing out.